Hi Tyler, how are you?
How are you?
I might just start, Tyler, on today's medical update. Paddy McCarthy ruled out for the rest of the season. Just how disappointed are you for a player who obviously worked so hard to get back fit last week, only to last a few minutes on the pitch?
Yeah, very disappointed for him. He's a great man. He had great attitude and work ethic to get back, and he really relished his opportunity there to play in the final, and just really gutted for him.
The update today obviously said ruled out for the rest of the season. I imagine that's Leinster's season, however long it is. Would he be a concern, do you think, for a potential Ireland tour this summer?
I'll just look at the injury report here. I would not know. Sorry. So yeah, definitely our season for the Irish line. I'm not too sure.
Okay, no problem. To go back to Saturday's defeat, obviously a tough one to revisit, but I imagine you've looked over it pretty extensively over the last couple of days. One of the criticisms that people have put towards Leinster on Saturday was at times in the first half he overplayed when he had the ball. Is that something you would agree or disagree with?
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that. I would have thought we played well, often with ball in hand, to get ourselves to the 22. We just weren't really efficient or accurate when we got to the 22. So, yeah, I'm not too sure about that.
Okay, so what do you think were the root causes of that first half on Saturday?
Well, I think we absorbed...
Not specifically on the attack, obviously.
No, I just think we absorbed pressure and then we scored the first try, which was, I think, very pleasing. And then from about minute 8 to 26, we had less than a minute of possession. So we definitely didn't overplay in that period of time. I just think we didn't win the kick battles. There was a few kicks there. We weren't accurate when we did get into the 22. And then we had a chance on their goal line, which... if we convert that, it goes to 21-14, and then we're looking pretty. And I think after that, we had a good defensive set, and they get a charge down, the ball bounces, and they score off that. So now we're really chasing the game. So I think, unfortunately, throw the intercept on half time. Maybe that's the one you might be referring to for overplaying. But to go from our own 22 to their 22, I think is pretty effective attack, and then it's just the last pass or not quite taking the opportunity, which unfortunately for us ended up in another 7 for them. So it was interesting half time where we had to kind of reassess, but we were seeing opportunities out there. We just second half after that was a little wasteful. We had about 10 entries into the 22 and we weren't accurate enough.
The out half situation going forward for the rest of the season, obviously Sam's had an up and down season with his form. Harry, I'm sure, is very disappointed to have only played 43 minutes in the final at the weekend, and Kieran Frawley came on and made a big difference. How do you see the 10-shirt going forward for hopefully the next 3 weeks?
Yeah, it was. I'd say Harry was disappointed to be taken off the field, but we felt we needed to inject some freshness with that scoreline, and I think Frawley came on, as did the other substitutes, and added some good energy. And it was we got the game a bit closer. But to say what the future is going to be for the 10s, it's going to be competitive. I think there's 3 guys there, all been involved with Ireland. So which combinations we go with is to be seen. But I think they all have their own strengths, and they've all performed well for us. So yeah, that's all I can say really.
And even going forward into next season, how much would you like to see someone, like it doesn't have to be a particular player, but how much would you like to see someone just really go out and like take the bull by the horns to kind of make that jersey their own?
Yeah, I would love it, but at the same time, I think there will still be opportunities for the other guys as well. So we're going to have a competitive squad, and when guys get the opportunities, they need to nail it down, and they need to do it in their own way. They want to be playing the best footy they can. So that's what we're looking for next year. But in the meantime, we've got a big game on the weekend. We've got to nail that first.
Neil covered it mostly, so I just have 2 quick questions. But you said in there that you felt that you lost the kick battle. Is that in terms of getting up in the air and kind of retrieving the kicks, or tactically kind of where you were kicking and when?
No, it was just a passage of play in that kind of between minute 8 and 26 where there was a few box kicks from both teams, and we didn't win one, or we didn't chase one, or sometimes we didn't get to launch our attack off them. So I think every time a contestable box kick goes up, there's an opportunity to kind of flip momentum. We just weren't quite able to do that often enough, I think is what I mean by that.
So you would have liked to see like more short box kicks that were kind of retrievable?
Not necessarily. It's just the outcomes of them, or can we attack better off the ones we did get, or can we force more scraps, or can we get more pressure? So it's just an observation. Yeah, we didn't win possession off all of them, and we didn't really cause errors or cause scraps off all of them either.
Okay, and then just on Paddy, I know you didn't have a whole lot of information, but he put up an Instagram after the game that said it was his other leg. I just wanted to confirm that it's a different leg to the injury that he had the first time.
Yeah, if that's what Paddy said, I think that would be correct, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
amazing, thank
So
you.
yeah, I'm not going to keep commenting on the medical, but if that's what he said, then I'd say that's what it is.
Sorry, no, I
Yeah.
just wanted to check if you had any more information.
No, I don't have any more, sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.